So hi, I just want to say hi to everyone. Obviously we've already done that, and we've gone through, Order has just done a lovely game. It's gone through quite a lot of what we're saying, so we might repeat a little bit of what's been said tonight, but I just wanted to start with why. So my name's Tracy. Right, let's go back to the beginning. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Tracy Cropper, and I'm a proud independent consultant and area manager with Arbonne. All that means is I've reached level 2 of business, which we'll explain to you a little bit further down the line. So why did I start this business and how did it come into my life? So I've been using the products actually for over 10 years. So I've been a product lover for a long, long time. I started using the skincare and absolutely loved it. And then I got to a point, it's 3 years ago at the start of next year in my life, where one, I knew I needed something else. So I needed something that was going to give me a bit more time and more flexibility due to circumstances. And two, there was an amazing offer on skincare. So I came round to see Danny and I was like, I think I'm going to upgrade to a consultant, because actually what I'm doing at the minute is I'm using this amazing skincare and I'm sending people to you and they're buying from your website, which is amazing. You know, I'm all happy to send Danny a referral, but the time has come where I need something else in my life, so maybe I need to start doing this. So my circumstances were, I worked in retail, I worked part-time 16 hours as a supervisor. For anyone that probably works any job, knows if you're part-time and you're 16 hours, that actually probably means 32 hours a week. So hours were definitely doubled. My dad had recently been diagnosed with early onset dementia, and he had 2 different types of cancer as well, which were not curable. So I was caring for my dad, and at the same time, my son moved from primary school to high school, which was not a good move. So he's suffered with anxiety for quite a long time. It became quite apparent when he moved into high school that he had autism as well. So his triggers were time, crowds, and people. So every time he changed lessons, he was triggering. And we started to lose the little boy that was bubbly, happy. The school were absolutely zero help because he's quite academic. He was still being able to sit his tests even though he was coming home at lunch. So we had to make a really quick decision before we lost our little boy on what to do. And for us personally, that was to take him out of mainstream school and to homeschool him. So I had all this going on, and I was like, I need to be able to be with my dad, be with my son, and be able to cut down some of my hours. So I started my Arbonne business at what was the busiest time of my life, but what it gave me going forward was it enabled me to be able to give up my job, to be able to look after my dad in the last few months of his life and be there when he needed me. It also enabled me to be there for Ethan. I don't homeschool him, so I will put my hands up. He is now enrolled in an online school called King's Inter High, which do all his learning, and he has a full timetable and he's thriving. 2-3 years later on, he's thriving in life. So that's what made me join my Arbonne business, and I have not looked back since. So that's a little bit about why I joined. If any of that resonates with you, then you know you're in the right place. And Mary's going to share a little bit with why Mary joined and what Arbonne is for her.
Personally, I never met Tracy before Arbonne, even though we both lived in Melton for how many years together. And she was one of the first people really...
We didn't live together. But...
in the same town.
Sorry, never do a presentation with me, never sit near me, why never?
I've never met you, but the first people who took me under your wing. And that was kind of, when I first started, it was what really grasped me about the company. I knew it was a really good company to work for. I've met everybody, but each and every person I've met who was already in the company did exactly that. And Tracy, I'll always say from day one, thank you so much for helping me through that time, because I was like, oh my God, there's so many products, I'm meant to learn all this. And she's like, no, you're not. So my name's Mary. I have known my upline, Danny, since I was 18. I'm now 40, so that's a long time. And when Danny first found this business, which was about 11 years ago, she had asked me, I was one of the first people that she asked, can I join the businesses? And I was like, no, I don't do things like that, I can't do that, not a chance. So about 9-10 years, I was constantly saying, no. My 4-year-old came along, so a bit different to Tracy, but Arbonne came into my life with products as well, but for a different reason. So when my 4-year-old came along, the birth was, let's just say, very complicated. I ended up in intensive care and I'd lost 4.7 litres of blood. So for those who don't know, you normally have about 5 litres in your body, a bit more if you're pregnant. So it was touch and go for a long time, and I was really ill with it. So recovering in hospital, I didn't meet Anthony properly, so I didn't hold him until he was 4 days old. Other than that, I kind of remember coming in and out of consciousness and seeing him. But it felt like I had a rope around my stomach and people were pulling it from each side. And I was just being squeezed in. At the time I was like, oh, is this what it's like when you've lost blood at a C-section? But what it ended up being, it was my digestive system. Basically, it went into like a spastic state. So if anyone knows about a C-section, when they go through, obviously they have to go through many different layers. And if you touch your intestines slightly, quite often they can go into spasm. Now I was in a 7-hour operation, so they were touching them for an awfully long time. So as the nurses and midwives and doctors were all explaining to me that, you know, it's going to be doing this, it's very normal and it's very painful, but you'll be fine. I had like literally a nurse with a lavender warm pack here, stroking my head, and I was there thinking, is it trapped wind? What is this? But for the 4 days I was there, like nothing came out, so there was no wind burping, there's nothing. So add that onto the fact of coming out from labour and surgery and everything, it was an awful time. Following a year later, I was still having digestive issues, so I'm quite open about it all, but about 20 minutes after I ate or drank anything, basically, it came out the other end. So it wasn't a very nice symptom to have, and it meant leaving the house. Luckily it's after COVID, so not many things were open in 2020, but leaving the house was always a challenge, or daring to go somewhere without trying to find out where the nearest toilets were, or if I was comfortable going. And you know, it was really hitting me hard. Doctors kept saying 6 months, get to 6 months, then we'll start looking into it more to see if there's been any damage, sticky bowel, lesions, things like that. So then I went into all the investigations and everything. They had all said about your gut microbiome.
Can I just ask, was the pregnancy all right?
Yes, I had, what's that pelvic one? The pelvic...
SPD.
Yeah, so I was in a lot of pain when I rolled over and stuff. That's when my pelvis not being so like tight to hold things up.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely fine. It was when he came out, I think I had children with my firstborn. He was, what do you call it?
Back to back.
They both ended up back to back with their, yeah, they both ended up back to back with the head up. But he was cut out basically, but the way sorted out that way. It wasn't very nice first way round. Very well being recorded right now as well. But it wasn't very nice first time round, but it turned out that basically my birth canal is probably not the right shape, if that makes sense. So I can grow them, I just can't birth them.
Yeah.
So it went with that one really. But as they brought him out, there was a ligament on the side of my womb tore. That's where a lot of the bleeding came from, and they couldn't find it. So they were saying that they had my womb out 3 or 4 times. That was before I was even under. I remember struggling thinking, they've got it out again. And I was like really high.
So for anyone that hasn't yet had children and might want them,
typical, please go, you know.
She had 4, she's fine, we can ask her.
Yeah. So yeah, the pregnancy was fine. It was just a complication with I think the way the body is, and that's then how they pulled him. So and then I bled again from my womb afterwards. So it wasn't a normal birth that way.
Mine was an arthritis, I like.
Yeah, but all means, if you want to chat,
I love it when people like me try to cover, do you know what I mean? Like, me too.
There's lots of people
Not
that
as
connect
much
with
as
afterwards. I do. There's a lot of people that connect with afterwards, and it's
Yeah.
and the recovery from blood's really hard as well. Recovery from the blood loss, so there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing was this: if I drank water or anything, it would come through me. So I was getting dehydrated a lot. I mean, I wasn't on a drip because I've been monitored so closely. I could kind of have electrolytes, and there was just lots of stuff that was kind of going on at the time. But it got about a year down the line, and I thought, they keep telling me to get probiotics, prebiotics, do this, do that, and nothing was helping. I'd had cameras and all sorts, and I was on consultancy care, and I turned to Danny, who I've been saying no to for 9-10 years. And I was like, so you do health stuff, right? So this is what's going on. What can you recommend? She was like, let's do your gut, start on the gut health, which is prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes. And we went through some of the packet and what's your packages. And I just went, the top one, give me it, I don't care. And I said, the 9-day money back guarantee. So I was like, I'm not going to lose anything if it doesn't work. And literally within a week, I was waving, going up the stairs, going, it was like the Queen with the whole downstairs. But that's roll for is the ring. I was like, oh my god. And it was amazing. So that was within a week. I've been waiting that long, and after I was getting, I wanted to like slate the companies or anything, but where I was getting them from, obviously it wasn't the right kind of thing. But it shows something about the products here. Danny still asked me to join the company, and I was still like, hell no. I don't sell, I don't do social media, I'm not your girl, can't do it. And like you, I was sending people to Danny, but for gut health reasons instead of skin reasons, and it just doesn't make sense. So she finally convinced me to buy my own website, so I was like, actually, does make sense, let's do that. And I just wanted to buy enough, that sell enough, to earn my own products for that month. That was my basic first thing. I thought, I'm not going to become all the top level. And I'm district manager, which is the person I'm now, which you're going through this. And I've been here for 2 years, and I'm not going anywhere.
I've heard Mary's story before, but it's never made me drink like that.
She was like that.
Oh, thank God I've had my kids. So, let's move on, and hopefully we're all here for the same reason, that we're wanting...
Tracy, I would prefer people told you before what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have listened. We wouldn't have listened. If someone had told you, you'd be
My
like...
friend says to me, oh, you know, you're not going to just go flat stomach, you're going to be fine again. Just buy the bigger knickers. And I was laughing, and now...
But you go back for a second, don't you? So with my first, it was forceps. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, forceps.
Forceps.
Because he was stuck. So he came out and my sister nicknamed him Blackjack because he was that bruised. And the other half literally just said his heart went.
Yeah, no,
Is he mixed race or is he actually mine? I was like, that's a beautiful baby. And he was that bruised. That was the first time round, and I still went through it again.
It's not the right baby.
And my baby literally just ripped me to pieces because I'm not big enough to push out a 9-pound baby at all.
But you can grow
And
one.
she
That's how
shares
good
my
your
me
body
as well.
is.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
being pregnant, but yeah. But people like, or I always got asked if I was carrying twins because I was so big. But
So, yeah.
I used to always get, are you carrying twins? And then like following off with horror stories and just awful things. And I'm just like, cheers, but I never got scared.
If anyone was here with a bump, I would have definitely rated that. I wouldn't have gone into detail, but nobody's here with a baby bump, right?
No.
Right? Tracy.
So, I'm moving on swiftly from the top first, because I'm forgetting mine. Yeah, I'm on menopause now, so anyway, let's forget there. So yeah, hopefully we're all here to find out a little bit more about Arbonne, whether it be products or the business side as well. So, like I say, Audra's touched on some of this. So we are a 45-year-old health and wellness business. So we didn't start last week, we've been going for 45 years. And we were founded by a gentleman, as we know, called Petter Mork. Unfortunately, Petter is no longer with us, but his son plays a huge part in our business still, and he is one of the nicest men you will ever meet. I cannot describe, when this man gives you a hug, how safe you feel. And that's not something I say very often when strange men give me hugs.
It's true, there's like a magic to it, isn't it?
There is. It's like he just portrays this warmth. So we're in absolutely amazing hands with this business. But he wanted a place where people could flourish. That's what he wanted more than anything. So what I wrote down there, I'm going to skip all that because we've talked about the fact that he worked for a different business and he wanted to set up something that was clean and beneficial. And then Mary's going to go on with.
But clean, conscious, connected. So this is definitely Arbonne through and through. So clean, as again you've kind of heard from the story already. So we ban over 2,000 different ingredients within our products. So I don't know if anybody knows all about how many ingredients different countries ban, but put it in some kind of relativity for you. The EU ban just over 1,000 generally, but the USA ban less than 100, and we ban over 2,000. So it kind of puts it in some kind of scale for you. All ingredients going into our products are vegan. There's no animal byproducts, no parabens, no chemical fragrances. They're gluten-free, halal, kosher, no artificial colourings and flavourings or sweeteners. I don't think there's anything more really I can put in there. Now we have just had our first perfume coming out. How was that? You've already put it on socials.
Send it round if you want. Do you want to pass it?
But this is made without any hidden or artificial fragrances. So is it oils?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I've not looked into it all
Take
yet,
it on.
so I'm gonna pretend to know something I didn't know. Beautician here control.
Smells so good.
I've got my hands on it. I can't
This-
still smell it.
Yeah, smells so good.
as well.
Yeah, so we've not had a fragrance before.
We have had
We
them many
used
years
to,
ago.
years and years and years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
They stopped because they didn't fall in line with
Yeah.
what we're
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
and now they've worked hard and found one that
And
works.
this is it. So as soon as Arbonne produces the product, what they do is their scientists straight away start redoing that same product. So that's where you'll get like a hairline. About 4 years later, we just had a new hairline brought out again in July this year. And so obviously it's taken that long to be able to get such a clean product coming through that they can actually say hits all the standards that we want. It's nice to demonstrate. So conscious. So all of our products are all science-led clinical research. This means that they are third-party certification. So this means like blind testing. So they're all, every product that kind of goes through the system to be getting invented, before they even hit our website or BPs get to see them, they get put towards a board along with other people's products, and nobody knows, obviously, you're not blind testing, and nobody knows which company's done which product and the rest of it. So everything's tested thoroughly, through and through. Really, really proud of is we're a B Corp company. So I don't know if you've heard of what B Corp company is, but only about 4% of applicants get certified. And I say applicants because it's a voluntary certification, so not all businesses go for it. So again, to put in some relativity there for you, to get a B Corp certification, you've got to have a minimum score of 80 out of 200. On average, most businesses are around 50. So not a lot of businesses can achieve this high certification. We are currently sitting at 119.9 for our points. Now that we got certificate in 2019, and we are now here 6 years later, still that certification. So as you kind of have to renew it, your point system needs to be keeping rising each time. So you don't have to stay consistent. So a lot of people who might achieve it can quite quickly then lose it again and have to reapply. So actually look into B Corp if you haven't heard about it before, because it's absolutely fascinating.
Can I just say as well,
Yes.
we are number one of the B Corps within the network marketing industry. So we jump through hoops to get this certification, and it pays off.
Not only that, we are the biggest and the largest company
All of our facts.
in the industry. So if you think, when a company, you've got 5 people in there and you're achieving B Corp, and we've got thousands, over 6 different countries, and we're still achieving that, and that's a massive achievement. Then going into connected, well, this is everything that was kind of being spoken about from Audra as well. So with AI that's kind of taking over the world right now, isn't it? You can kind of feel how that connection is definitely being lost. So Pettermore, he felt this 45 years ago, thinking about how much of a pioneer it really was. He saw the importance of not just human connection, but kind of understanding. So if you went to a shop to buy, I don't know, some sugar, say, yeah? You go in, you get it off the shelf, you go to the cashier, you buy it, you walk out. You've got your sugar, it might have cost all right, it might be natural sugar, it might be good ingredients in it, but there's no connection with the selling staff. If you go and buy a car, or even maybe a mobile phone, there's a difference, isn't there? That person's then looking at you and talking to you about who you are, that level of customer care is kind of risen. And what he was saying is actually, with our everyday products, quite often, the world is going faster and faster and faster. We were going into supermarkets, we're going to convenience stores, and we're getting our things and leaving. That connection was very fastly going. And now, 45 years later, it's even harder than what it would have been back then. So he really is a pioneer.
I just,
Yeah?
every single customer that comes into Powerland knows my life story.
That's a good selling. That's a good Great.
Whether they want to or not.
Absolutely. Like, I will have a conversation and tell you about my.
I love friendly staff.
About everything.
Yeah.
They get the same, they get me and peacocks as well.
It's the best customer service that is. Like, it's, yeah.
definitely.
Hands down.
So yeah, I met you at an Arbonne stall actually, and you were talking about knowing Rebecca in the playground.
Yeah, which came first? Was it Poundland or was it the Arbonne store?
The Arbonne. Arbonne
That's
store,
really
you told me
cool.
from Poundland, then I met you. Then you told me to download your app. So this is really
Yeah.
I was at an Arbonne store, we were talking, she knew another consultant.
Yeah.
And because of this connectivity that we have with TV, it's not just about Arbonne isn't about making a sale and going on with it. It's about caring for each other, caring for a community. So as soon as you mentioned, oh, I know my friend Rebecca does it, I'm like, oh, fantastic, Rebecca's lovely.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Rebecca. So like, and I was talking about some of the products, any questions, go and ask Rebecca. Because that's what it's like a family, it really is. And that's what Pettermore was through and through, and that's what still comes now from his son. It's still that kind of that vibe. And then you were like, I work for Poundland. You download my app. I was like, of course. so yeah, there we go. I still have that app today. So thank you very much. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about a bit later on. Tracy's got that
I was
part.
just going to say, did Poundland pay you for giving it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I should, like, because of there was a 2-week thing where they put like the best salesperson on the door, like a charity person sort of thing, to get people signed up to the app. And I was chosen to do for our store, and out of 800 and some stores in the country, we were in the top 10.
Wow.
Is
that Melton, Emily?
Swimming lessons. Yeah. Take the kids to swim lessons,
I
still
was just going
working.
to say, you need to sign up now, because you'll be great.
That really will is. Tracy was telling me about that at the moment. But so if you're thinking about in the shop, okay, so what you saw is let's go back now. Let's go back to the shop. What are you laughing at?
You know, I'm looking at the screen, oh, she keeps going forward and then going back to yours.
I thought you were done, so I'd gone to the next one. You weren't, so I went back. It happened a couple of times. You let me know when you're done.
So we said about how connected, how important connectivity is. So the difference is huge. The way you feel about, you parting with your money. Yeah, and the idea is obviously you're going to choose, and he was very aware that he wanted a bunch of consultants who would give that customer service, who actually care. So when you have any kind of products for us, it's down to the consultants to get to know you as a person, to find out what bespoke course is for you, really. I've got one more point on this, then you can change the slide. How many people pay for apps for wellness?
Oh gosh, I do.
Yeah.
So loads of people.
Yeah.
Loads of people.
Peloton.
Yeah. So anything you have from Arbonne that's support-wise, generally, or all of it, is included. So if you are a client of any kind, the app is free, the support is free, the consultancy advice is all free, because this is what Pettermore's vision was to be connected. Not just as us as consultants as a family and helping each other out, it's also to do with the clients. And that is what gets us that B Corp status, is you're looking at transparency, accountability, social and environmental performance. And it's the social one that people forget about.
I've been prepping up for this for the last 10 minutes. So why wellness?
I can't say anything.
And why
it's
now?
recorded.
So wellness matters now because people are ready for wellness. Society needs it, and the opportunity is huge. The wellness industry is like $1 trillion business worldwide, and it is growing every year, and it's growing so much right now as we are, because people want natural, they want sustainability, they want holistic solutions, and they want something that fits in with their life and their lifestyle. They no longer want the quick fixes that they wanted years ago, because they've realised they do not work.
Absolutely.
So Arbonne fits into this so well, because we can offer a solution for all of those things. We have products that can offer a solution. We have a community that is like no other. You've probably gathered here tonight, we all just help each other. We help each other grow, and we want to see each other succeed. And there is more than enough room for everybody within this business. Now, something that scared me just recently was, there was a survey done, and it said that 75% of the world had said that they had felt stressed or unable to cope within life. Now, for me, that is just madness when you think 75% of people are feeling like that at this current time. So we all know somebody that's feeling stressed, probably ourselves. We all know someone that wants more energy, that's probably feeling bloated, that wants to lose some weight, or just wants a community. So wellness is just key. So if you're looking at starting a business, you want to be starting a business in the wellness industry, because this is what is thriving. Now, lucky for you guys, Arbonne is a health and wellness business, so you're in the right place at the right time.
Say back to me again.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and make this one quick.
This one's never quick.
You give me the slides, we could have swapped over, we could have done the other way around. So going back to that shop that I was talking about anyway. So when you buy a product, yeah, you buy a product and let's say you're buying some soap. Yeah, it gets invented, it gets tested, goes to manufacturer, warehouse, shop. Yeah? You have also in there all the costs for the utilities for every warehouse, shop, where it got invented. You've got the marketing, you've got the wages for the staff, you've got all the celebrity endorsements. Arbonne don't pay for celebrity endorsements. Do you ever see that? FYI, it's not been paid for, it's off their own back. They've actually said, I use this product, it's good. We refuse to pay for any marketing. This kind of made Pettermore really angry. So if we're going back to the story right at the beginning, which Audrey was talking about, he had a single mother and he realised that any kind of products you had that were healthy and good and had good ingredients, you had to be mega rich to buy it. And he was like, that's not fair. We should have everyday people should be able to afford clean products. As he could see back in the 1980s what was going into all these products. That was in the story that we heard from Audrey. And this is why he's banning 2,000 different products in the business.
Ingredients.
Thank you. Yeah. Right, so if we were to imagine a £15 product, yeah? And you're taking all that cost off and everything we've just spoken about, how much things actually go towards the ingredients within that product?
Pence.
And then look at your £1.50 shampoo. How much money is really going into them ingredients in that product? So how do they do this? Obviously, the cheaper the product, the more of the profit margin, right? So they use bulking agents. And again, what we heard of from Audrey, she very much spoke about the mineral oil. So mineral oil is actually the number 2 cause of aging after the sun, and it is one of the most popular bulking agents out there. There are others. So you might have heard of petroleum.
Petrolatum.
Petrolatum, yeah, I was about to say. It's a byproduct of the petroleum.
Petrolatum.
Petroleum.
Yeah. It's a,
Distillation.
yeah.
Basically, sometimes there's a heating process when they get the crude oil off, and they heat it up. And as it gets heated up, they'll take it off, cycle it off, and use some different things. So you might have plain fuel, car fuel, other types of fuel. This stuff, lots of different fuels. Have a look, it's in GCSE science. But this what we've got here, this mineral oil, basically it's the scud on the top of all that, it's a byproduct of all that. So this is not even good enough to go in your cars.
What's mineral?
So as this oil heats up, right, it'll be used for lots of different things in our society. Yeah?
What mineral oil, like, as in, what's...
It comes under loads of different names, so if you're looking for it in a product, so it sounds quite good, doesn't it? Mineral oil. I know when I heard of mineral oil, I was like, that sounds like something I need in my product. Yeah. I'm like, smut that. But it actually isn't. But it comes under lots and lots of different names. So
It's like over 60
you can,
different names.
yeah,
So
you can Google it and it'll give you.
Mineral oil. We've got a little checklist,
Yeah.
homework.
Yeah.
But basically, the mineral oil is the stuff that can't be sold to. So it's not good enough for your cars. It's not good enough for it's not good enough for food.
People expect you to put it on your face.
But because the beauty industry need to bulk their products out, they're like, and it's really cheap. They're like, we'll have it and we'll bulk our products out because actually a lot of them, as harsh as it sounds, do not care about what we're putting on our skin. Which is why we're grateful for Petter because he did care what we were putting on our skin.
Don't go down that rabbit
So have you ever heard of petroleum jelly, like Vaseline?
Yeah.
Now that is mineral oil in pretty much in a really, I won't say
I mean, I don't use it, but
basic
fuel as well.
baby oil.
Yeah. So the idea is how they sell this to all of us for cosmetics is meant to be like a barrier on your skin. But if you were to think of petroleum jelly, put it on your lips or wherever you need it, and you put it on your skin, it has got that barrier to it, hasn't it? So our bodies need hydration. So it's not letting things that we need actually penetrate to our skin. So in it, the actual molecules in mineral oil is too large to penetrate the skin. So it's like it's wrapping your arm in cling film. And not only that, it actually leaches lots of vitamins and minerals as well from your skin. So, going back to this, yeah, what we need on our skin are clean products without all of this stuff that's trying to make bulking out ingredients just so they can get their profit. We need to have products that are actually going to do what they say on the tin. Actually get down to them different layers of skin. What's the layer of the skin? The third layer?
Is it the basal layer you're talking about?
I'm looking with beauticians here.
Got the epidermis, the dermis.
Yeah. And you'll see if you go onto our website, each of ours where you've got the clinical testing, science-backed, they'll all talk about what they found in each of their experiments. Everything's on the website and everything is transparent, because again that goes back to B Corp, where that's where we're getting a lot of our points from, is that we are transparent and testing all these things of how they actually get down and actually feed the skin or the body from where it needs to be, from inside and out. So he did this because he was really annoyed his mum couldn't afford quality products and he was fed up, so it's not right. So he's found a way of cutting out all of that middlemen, cutting out all the manufacturing, all of the, well, not manufacturing, so that's still definitely in there, but all of the distribution, staff, yeah, the warehouse, the advertising costs, and he's gone, right, I'm saving money on all of that. It's going to be consultant-led only, and he can do it at a fraction of the cost, but he's going to make sure the ingredients are really, really good. So a lot of our skincare range, so our top one is 290-ish, depending on what promotions are at the time. If you were to put that in a relative retail situation, you'd be looking at over £1,000 for actually what that product actually is. So Tracy's going to be going through in a moment, as long as we've got the slides right.
Yeah,
This
just
process.
go back to that one for a moment.
Yeah.
So I was just going to touch on this for a moment. Sorry, we have a bit of confusion going on, but for me, this is about the amount of products we have. So we have over 400 products on our own website, and they go from everything, from your toothpaste to your skincare to your nutrition. So these are things that we're using every single day. So we all get up. I'm hoping this in general. We all get up, we have a wash, we brush our teeth before we leave the house. Now, if you've got a teenager, that doesn't necessarily happen, but especially this boy. But so these are all products that we're using daily anyway. And so all we're doing really is we're swapping our daily products, and we're buying from our own shop, and we're buying much better quality than what we were buying beforehand. And you can see here, like I say, we've got the nutrition. We've got nutrition which is helping us have a real good balance. There's times unfortunately, we all need extra nutrition now from what we did 50 years ago. So 50 years ago, if we were to eat an orange, we're not going to get the same nutrition that we get now from one orange, simply because of how it's produced, all the chemicals and everything that go on them when they're growing as well. So we now need extra nutrition. Now I know with Arbonne, when I'm looking for anything, if it's in our shop, I know I'm getting it from my own shop. One, because why would I buy from someone else's? But two, because I know that it's clean, I know that it's going to work, and I know if it don't, I'm getting my money back. Not very often do I have to do a 90-day money back guarantee for any of my customers, but I always say to them, if you aren't happy, I am 110% getting you that money back, because I'm not having you with something in your cupboard that you're not using.
Yeah, I forgot about the 9-day money back guarantee. Sorry.
It's all right, that's what we're here for. Got to give back. So, the concept. So Mary has touched quite a bit in the last one on the concept, but basically what we're doing here is we've got an ultra premium product that we can sell at a normal price, because we are cutting out all of these middlemen. So we're cutting out the warehouse. The advertising is a huge one. So like Mary said, you know, a lot of companies pay, not only do they pay celebrities to endorse their products, which they're probably not using, but they say they are because they know that's the best way to get them out there. You're also paying for your TV advertising, you're paying for poster advertising, retailers, so there's a couple of here that work in retail stores, all the costs you've got by being a retailer. You've got to pay for the staff, you've got to pay for the lighting, you've got to pay for the premises, and it's the same with a lot of the others. But we manufacture it, you can only buy this product via word of mouth through a consultant you know, and then you go online, order the product from that consultant's website, and it gets delivered direct to you as a customer. So that is how we manage to keep the prices down on our ultra premium products, and it is that simple. And we all do this. So we all do network marketing, probably most days of our life. So I'm sure we've all said, I've watched a good movie, or I've been somewhere nice for something to eat. Yeah, or asking people, actually, who's watching what on Netflix at the minute? Because I need a series to watch. Yeah.
Just about to ask.
I was going to say, and literally, you'll go for, they said it's good, on your list, I'm watching.
Yeah.
And
True.
sometimes,
I'm bored.
Yeah, I mean, you can't always guarantee everyone's going to like what you watch, can you, Danny?
No. Yeah, don't listen to Tracy's recommendations.
Noted.
But and it's the same with clothes as well.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, even if you work in the place, so I work in Peacocks as a retailer, if I say to someone, oh yeah, someone says I like your jumper, oh yeah, it's from Peacocks. Peacocks aren't saying to me, Tracy,
Thanks.
because you were wearing that jumper, you've sold 10 extra this week, there's a little cheeky bonus.
No.
They're not even saying, well done. They don't even know.
They don't
I'm sorry. Yeah, so they're never giving you a paycheck. Yet with this, someone said, you know, I'm using the product, someone says to me, oh, your skin looks really good, or God, I can't believe you're actually a nanny, you know, because I am. I've got a 1-year-old granddaughter, and I'll be like, oh, it's because of the products I use. And then I can make money from that referral. So it is a really simple concept.
It's exactly how we started. You were sending people about skincare, send them to Danny. I'll send them to about foot health. Danny was making a mint.
Danny's good join that too. Yeah, so the concept is really, really simple, and I think the main thing is not to overthink it, but this is how we can work the way we work and how we make the money.
So,
This
how it
is
works.
just looking up there. This is you.
This was going to be you, but it's now me, but it's not a problem.
No, this was always you.
It wasn't. But it's not fun. This is how it works.
These two anyway.
I know.
This is how it works. So, just
Come on.
as somebody said, you shop. So you buy these products anyway. Yeah, you can get them. She's already on the website. Look, there you go. You buy them from your own website if you are an independent consultant. If you have obviously, you buy them from your own website. So why wouldn't you buy them from your own website? You then try the products. If you like them, you review them for somebody else. You tell them what you think, just like Tracy was saying. You share, and then they say, "Oh, where'd you get that from? Oh, here's my link. There you go, from that website right there." And from that, you earn. So if you were to have somebody make a purchase on your website, Arbonne pay you the following Friday. So it's a weekly pay for any commissions that you earn.
No matter how big or small. They don't like collect it. No.
I'd be bloody minted if I did that.
So you buy on your IC account. That's there. So you've got your IC account. You buy from there. So you're trying your own products. But the points will still be kind of around. You'll still see your points. Let's explain that in a moment. Because if not, I'm going to go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
And then everyone's telling me I'm going on a tangent.
And then she's going to explain the next slide. Anyway, so how does this all work? So it starts with you or me. So we'll pretend this is a picture of me in the middle. So I'm a consultant, and someone says to me, as I was just saying, like, God, your skin's looking amazing. And you know, what are you using? And I'm like, thank you. And I'm like, actually, I use the best skincare out there. You can try it for 3 days, and they're like, how do I get hold of it? And it's like, well, actually, you can only buy from a consultant. Lucky for you, I happen to be a consultant. And so you give it to them, and they're like, actually, yeah, I want to buy some. I give them my website, they go online, they buy it, and then they see, someone sees them, and they're like, wow, what are you using on your skin? Your skin's really glowing. And they're like, well, actually, my friend let me buy from her website. I can put you in touch with her if you want. So then they come back to me, and then there's someone else buying from my website, someone I didn't know beforehand. And so now I've got a couple of people buying from my website, and they're what we call preferred clients, so they're just buying products. And that's one way you earn commissions on it. So it's not just the first time they buy the product, every time they buy that product after, for the rest of the life, really, because they're connected to you more or less for life, as long as you're still in the business, you will always earn a commission from that. And then their friend says to somebody, you know, someone says to them, your skin looks really nice, and they're like, well, actually, my friend has recommended this to the website. So then I say to the person, have you thought about doing this as a business? Because you've just referred 3 people to me, and you could be making money from it. And they're like, actually, yeah, I want to join the business. I want to be part of the team. I want to be earning from those recommendations. So then that's how your business starts to grow. So it's not from the amount of people you initially know. You only need to talk to one person. Well, you need to talk to lots of people, but it starts with you talking to one person, and then them talking to one person, and you're opening lots of different networks, and before you know it, somebody's spoken to somebody in one of the other countries that we operate in, so Australia, and you wake up in the morning and someone's bought something off your website who A, you don't know, and B, you've been sleeping and you've earned a commission from that person. So that is how word of mouth really does work through your business. So it works through the products and it works for the business as well. And like I say, you wake up, and you know this as well, don't you, Danny? You wake up and all of a sudden you're like, oh, my stats have changed. So we get this amazing website with Arbonne, and yeah, they change and they look after us. They sort out all of our, it makes it dead easy to do your tax, makes it dead easy to look at where you are, because they sort it for you. You don't have to sweat the small stuff over it. So you can see it all there and then. So let's say you've got 9 people join your team, so you're the 10th, and you're doing just 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. You're still giving yourself the weekend off. So you're doing 10 hours of work and you're getting paid commission on that work. But then you've also got the other 9 people. So in total, there's 100 hours of work going through your business in 1 week when you're only doing 10. But there's one thing I want to make clear for everyone here. It doesn't matter what level you are within this business. Mary is earning the same as I am earning the same as Danny's earning the same when we sell a set of skincare. So when we sell that full set, Danny's not getting paid more because she's at the top of the business, and you know, someone who's just started as a consultant, we're all getting paid that same commission. Arbonne are the ones that pay for your team. So because you're helping other people sell the products and earn these commissions, it's Arbonne that are saying, I'm going to give you an override on your team as a thank you for helping them. So nobody is taking money off anybody else. And that, in my eyes, is a clever bloody business plan.
That's a quality.
It is.
So, find your place. So, this is what we say with Arbonne, there's always a place for you, whichever part there is that you're interested in. So you'd be a client. For a client, you come on, you go onto the website, you're entitled to that 9-day money back guarantee. Absolutely everybody is. If you don't love your product, if you don't really like your product, you don't like the flavour of it, you let your consultant know, they can get it back. Or you can be a preferred client. Now, preferred client is like a special customer. It costs £10 a year, so a bit like you buy a Costco card or something for the year. But that will get you your money back guarantee, product discount, so you get 20% off everything on the website. Free product with qualifying orders. This can change depending on which month it is, but generally it's around £120. You'll then earn a free product. So you get to choose your own. It's not a mystery gift. They can give you anything that they want. You've got a literally list of about generally 8 to 12 products that you can choose from, and free shipping with all of your orders. This one is the replenish me clients. I don't know if anybody does any subscription orders from Amazon or anything like that. So you've got something that's coming every single month. So a lot of this is nutrition as well. They're based on monthly packets. So quite often this is where a lot of our replenish me clients will come from, but it's also used on, let's say, 500 products. It could be anything you have replenish me on. You can get it on any products you'd like. So you get everything that a preferred client will have with all the discounts and the freebies and everything. But also on every fourth order.
Yeah, after every 3 orders.
After every 3 orders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the fourth
order.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's going to be every month. So every 3 months, and then your 4th order. That's what I was trying to get at. You'll actually get £40 money back off whatever order price you've got. So if you're ordering £45, it'll cost you £5. If you're ordering 120 and getting your free gift, you get £40 off that as well.
Can I just say though, it doesn't have to be consecutive months as well. So if
Yeah,
you're
that's
looking
what
at
we're
replenish
just
me,
saying.
Yeah.
it can be. So I've got replenish me customers that are on replenish me for skincare.
Absolutely.
They're not needing skincare every month. So theirs is set at every sort of 4 or 5 months. And then I've got people that are on nutrition that are set every month, but they will still get that same, on that 4th order, they'll still get that £40 back.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be consecutive.
Just a quick question. Is there a minimum spend that they have to do for the replenish me?
Yeah.
To get the perks,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Not you can set anything up on subscription, but to
Yeah.
get the perks, yeah.
To get the perks,
Yeah.
to get the free, it's £120 for
Yeah.
an extra.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's
Yeah.
the SRP before
SRP,
the
yeah.
discount, so
Yeah.
That's fine.
But you can get it automatically delivered to your door, whether it's a £30 item.
Yeah.
or
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. And then you've got the independent consultants. So that's what Tracy and myself are. We decided to go for it as a business. And like she said, and like Audra said, it's £70 to buy your website, reduced to £50 at the moment. And for that, we get everything, apart from
We can't replenish me.
we can't do the replenish me, yeah. So we can't do the replenish me. But we do get, down here, earning and bonus potentials, incentive trips, Willable business at area manager, which is one I really love, and recognition and training, which I think you're about to go into next, aren't you? Then
Yeah.
perks. So I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah, so earning potentials. So we look, so you can get, everyone can get at any point up to 35% on every order from your client sales. And then you can get up to 18% on your team sales as well, which is your override commissions, which Arbonne pay you. So there are 4 levels within this business. Well, actually, I like to say there's 5 levels really in this business because we all start at the same level. We all come in as an independent consultant. But level playing field. When everyone starts, no one has anything more than anybody else. Doesn't matter how much money you've got sat in the bank, it doesn't matter what products you've ordered, everyone starts at that same point and everyone has to go through the same steps to grow their business. So you start as an independent consultant and that's how you start. You start buying the products, using them yourself and sharing them. Then the first level, or the second level, if we're being pedantic, is district manager. So that's when you've reached so many sales. It might be through client sales, you might have some team members. Generally, so for any earning, I'm giving some general earnings here, but for any earnings you need to go to arbonne.earnings.com to get the average. So district manager might be earning anything a month from £400 a month to £800 a month. There's a little bit extra there. Then you go to the next level, which is where I'm currently at, which is area manager. Now, as Mary mentioned on the previous slide, the great thing about area manager level is Arbonne do something which I have never heard any other company do before, is they make your business willable. So if I probably shouldn't say this, but if I was to walk out this door now and something happened to me, I don't get home, I only live across the road, so it would be very unfortunate. But my family... my family would still get, so just because something's happened to me and I'm no longer here, my clients still need these products. Someone's not going to say, oh, Tracy's died, I'm not going to bother buying nutrition anymore, or, I don't care about my skin anymore, Tracy's died, I'm going to let myself go to pot. They're still going to buy from my website. And Arbonne are going to give those commissions to whoever I decide to leave my business to, potentially to my family. And someone in my family can choose to continue to build my business, or they can just sit on the business and just get the commissions until all my customers stop ordering, until my team decide they no longer want to be part of it, or they overtake me, or whatever. Now, I don't know any other business that are paying my family when I'm no longer here. And within this business, we have seen some amazing stories, one of Vegas this year, which do reduce you to tears, because it is where people have passed and where that person has left this legacy for their family. Or where people have rallied together because they know someone in their business is really poorly and they've rallied together to get them to area manager so their business can become willable. And even just saying that has just put goosebumps all over my body. So I'm fortunate to be at that level. Move on before I get too emotional. Yeah. And then you can move up to the third level, which is regional vice president. Now when you get to this level, this is where for me it becomes slightly life-changing. So not only is your earning potential obviously more, so at this level, correct me if I'm wrong, Danny, but you're earning anything from £1,200 to like £10,000 a month, roughly. You also get a car bonus. So Arbonne say, as an extra thank you very much for working this business so hard. I mean, why they're thanking you for earning your own money, I'm not sure. We're going to give you a bonus on top of that you can use to buy. It's generally a white Mercedes, but you can buy any car you want. And you just put the little Arbonne logo on it.
Do you know why it's a white Mercedes? I'm sure you know.
Well, it was a white...
We love our facts.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's a white Mercedes because, obviously white is pure colour, and Mercedes because it is supposedly one of the safest and best brands in the car.
When he started doing that, he put a lot of research into which one is the best one to work the consultants to be.
And if you're ever out with Danny, she waves at every white Mercedes she sees.
I do.
When you're away, what she's doing.
I used to do that with my little my blue little KA.
Did you?
And then there is the top level of the business, which is National Vice President. Now, this is where you can earn anything from £11,000 a month to the sky's your limit. There is no top on what you can earn. And there are people in this business that are earning like £30,000–40,000 a month.
Yeah.
And yes, you heard me right, they're earning that a month.
Normal people as well.
And they're normal people from normal backgrounds that started off with nothing. They started as an independent consultant,
Yeah.
like we all did, and they've just worked their business hard enough, and that is what they're earning a month. Most of them do a lot of charity work as well, because I think we all remember where we come from, don't
Yeah.
we? We all want to give back.
Yeah.
Because none of us actually need that sort of money to survive a month, do we?
Yeah.
We've all survived on baked beans and toast.
We know we can survive.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you don't need that. So it's about giving back to other people that can. Now, along with all of these levels, so it doesn't matter what levels you're at, there's extra things you can earn. So you can always earn an amazing holiday, like Danny has earned many. I'll be going on my first next year. And again, it's level playing field when you go in. So it doesn't matter what level you're at, you all have the same chance to earn this holiday. If you earn the holiday, your business will grow, because it is about business growth. But we all have the same. They don't say, oh, because you're VP, we're going to start you off with a little leg up.
No.
It doesn't work like that. Everyone's on a level playing field. And they're always running trips and incentives as well throughout the year. If it's not...
tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Bedford, but yeah.
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 And Danny as well, locally, runs a lot of incentives. This is what actually made me decide I was building my business. I think it was a spa incentive.
Yeah. Oh,
And we all need a nice bit of spa. So I was like very much, oh, I'm just, just a little bit. And then I was like, oh,
get me on that.
and again, anyone can earn it.
Yeah.
So there's all these things that are out there for us to earn. So like I say, go to earnings.arbonne.com to get what is typical for the earnings.
Join the movement. So, who's in? We are currently in 6 different countries. So, obviously the UK, because we're here right now, the USA, Canada, Poland, New Zealand, and Australia. And we have 2 more that are coming soon. So, I know there's a lot of movement in that area. So, obviously, we're a 45-year-old company, and there's a massive growth ahead. So, if you're in the UK, who do you know in these other countries? This is where it becomes a global business for all of you. You could, with social media nowadays, you might be somebody you've not even met yet, and you might meet in a chat on a
Facebook
group
group
that you're in and start becoming friends next week. And they might be like, what's this you're doing? Actually, they could become either a client or become somebody in your team, and the same down in New Zealand or Australia. So the potential is huge, and it's been proven by a lot of people that you will meet if you come to any of our events. We're very open and say, come along, come and look behind the scenes if you want to. There's nothing hidden here, very transparent, like Passport was. And you get to see these people who have grown globally.
And this excites me because there's so much growth to be had. So
Where are
there's
the two that play locations? You just said that there's 2
more coming.
more coming.
We
Do you
don't
know where
know.
they are?
No. They'll tell us when they're in a situation to be able to start to launch in those countries. But there's a lot of research goes into where we're launching, why we're launching there.
I'm laughing because you do know. Top secret. Top secret.
We know when you're recording.
Off the record.
It's just like,
I've already been told off because of your antics this week. We
Outed her.
We also have an amazing
This has to be the
team.
craziest
We have an
DA.
amazing Best team which pull us up on anything. If we do anything that we're not supposed to do, Best will be on the phone saying,
Hang on.
take that post down, you shouldn't do that, you're not allowed to say this, which is also
We
great.
don't know what
because-
countries they
Yeah,
are.
so we don't know.
Yeah.
As soon as there's anything exciting to announce, it will be announced.
We'll talk later.
But it might be really exciting. That's all we can say.
Oh, we're not moving from here to it.
It's really exciting. Right, so I think we need to wrap this up before anything else. So Go on.
Go, yeah.
No, I was just going to say.
See,
So
then if
have
that's
a
the
think.
difference, you know she works in the retail, she's got the face.
Yeah, sure. Do you know? No.
I just went upstairs. No, I'm not 2 minutes ago. It's not there. No one's going to believe me now when they come in. Yeah. So just to wrap this up, hopefully, you know, you've heard something today that's actually excited you. I know it definitely excited me when I first heard it. That's made you want to learn more. That's actually made you just want to jump in and do this business. Because for me, I don't know why anyone wouldn't. You also do get the 90-day money-back guarantee if you decide in 90 days you no longer want to be a consultant and you paid for it. But not many people do that either. But just have a think about what this could change for your life. So, what could your life look like in 5 years' time? If you, and this is possible, you have reached the top level of this business in 5 years. There is people that have done it in 5 years. So that's 11,000 plus a month. What would that look like in your life? What would you be doing in your life now?
Everything is 10 times bigger.
And even
Spa days is a retreat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be on a much bigger scale.
Yeah.
Danny's hoping we don't all get there because these spa incentives aren't going to be as an
No,
incentive.
we'll not be doing them on the weekend.
But even, you know, even when you think smaller than that, Christmas is coming. What's an extra £400 going to look like a month?
Yeah.
What's an extra £800 going to look like a month? What if you could start this now, and this is what's going to provide your, or going to provide Santa with the money?
Yeah.
It's like you were saying before, you don't know what's going to happen when you walk out that door. Life turns in a second, we've all heard it,
yeah.
we've all seen it, we've got friends that's happened to. And I know when I first started, I came to Danny after 9-10 years and I was like, go on now, I'll finally buy a website. The day before I came to do my video, I finally had some news and I was like, Danny, I don't think I can do it because there's going to be a lot going on over the next few months. And I'm just like, whoa. She was like, now is the time to do it. And I still thank you to this day of actually going, sit down, do your video, we're going for it. And if you don't do anything with it, don't do anything with it, but at least it's done. And that's it. So a year later, my son was having a hard time with different things, school, some other stuff kind of coming up. And okay, I wasn't at this level in Arbonne, but I knew I had something coming in and something that I could build if I needed to. And that gave me the confidence to walk away from my 12-year career and say, actually, I'm going to have a year just being at home. Yes, we're more breadline than I was. I'm not coming out with, how much we say, £30,000 a month? Yes.
Whatever you
Yes.
whatever you want to come out with.
That's what she said on the record.
But if I'd walked out that door with Danny and said, actually now isn't the time, and actually I was pulling your leg after 9 years of saying yes and changed my mind, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
And you've got family and backup within the Arbonne community, because we say, right, we're going to take you out.
Yeah.
You need a
I've had some
bit
really
of change.
tough
Yeah.
times, as has a lot of other people in the family, and I don't think I would have got through it without you guys.
I wouldn't have got through the times with my dad
Yeah.
without my Arbonne family.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I was struggling, when I was looking after my dad and we were going through everything, the people that called on me first, the people that checked in on me without wanting anything else from me was always people that I'd met through Arbonne, and these were people I didn't know 3 years ago. I mean, I did Danny because I was mindfulness off of it. But
Yeah.
You don't count.
generally, they're the people I know when the chips are down,
Yeah.
when life's throwing me a curveball. They're the ones that are coming for me, not the ones that have got my back. They're the ones, not the people that you've probably known all of your life, not what you'd class as your nearest and dearest before starting this business. So,
Absolutely echo that.
yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, guys.